welcome to the DireWolf20 Let's Play. This is episode 15. As you may have noticed, I have actually finished the main portion of my house. I did record all of that, and I'm actually going to append that to the end of this video in very quick succession because it's not the only thing I've done. I put some music to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, but if you don't, feel free to skip it. I just didn't want to leave that out and leave everybody wondering, hey, what happened? So it is at the end of this video, and again, the reason I put it at the end is because if you don't feel like watching it, then you can easily skip it and still continue on with this DireWolf20 Let's Play. I am currently going to be working on ways to make tesseracts. So that's what I'm going to begin here. I doubt that I'm going to have a tesseract actually even partially built before the end of this video because, like I said, that clip is going to be around 16 minutes, so it will take up 16 minutes of my time for this video. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and I really do appreciate the comments. They are more important than liking the video because user feedback really lets me know what's going on with you guys, and I really appreciate any kind of comments that you could give. Well, except for ignorant ones. I really haven't had any issues with that yet. So it's not a problem, but I have seen other people have those issues where somebody just honestly trying to do a little video and they're just being commented to ignorantly, and I don't really understand it. It's not my style. But if it's true, then fine. If that's what you want to leave, if it's true. But any comment's going to be appreciated. I really do appreciate any help I can get, and telling me what you think will help, good or bad. So feel free to do so, and I will read your comments. Little bit of a flip of fingers not working correctly. So I need some nether brick, a leadstone energy cell, machine frame, redstone reception coil, some copper ingots, which is easiest. Okay, so since the nether brick is going to be quite easy, I'm going to just go ahead and go get some. And while I could just smelt some of the netherrack that I acquired before, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually go in and look in the nether and mine some, because that's just how I like to do things. Now again, I know in a previous video I mentioned some of the audio problems that we've had, and that there has been some little audio problems even since then. However, I think that I figured the last bit of it out, and I'm working on being able to afford a really good headset with a really good microphone. I bought some that were cheaper, and it's just turning out to be a nightmare. And the one I'm talking to you on now is the best one I currently have. Unfortunately, it's all the ones that I've spent more money on that have been not very good. This is actually a cheaper headset. It costed me like $11, and it's the best one I have. It's so sad. But later on, I'm gonna try to get myself a really good headset, one of the really comfortable ones, and that hopefully sound great. So please bear that in mind, and forgive any of the audio problems that I've had in the past, because really I'm just getting used to recording. I've never done this before. Every single video that I've ever recorded is on this channel. Never had done any kind of recording of anything other than this. So if I don't actually quickly or soon enough find a Stronghold, I am going to go ahead and mine out some netherrack and just bake that, because you can make those into bricks. I'm sure everybody here knows, but maybe somebody doesn't. And then you could just combine those four in a crafting table and make the brick block. So it's really not all that hard once you know what you're doing. Another thing is, guys, please keep in mind that, like, this little 16-minute video I have at the end showing, it's got me mining some sand and making glass and building the house. It actually took me about 7 hours from recording to finish editing before that was actually ready to publish, because I have actually begun uh, editing all of my video now that I can. I used to not be able to, because I had Microsoft Movie Maker, and for some reason it kept crashing whenever I tried to do any larger videos. Well, the video that I crunched down into 16 minutes was originally 3 hours. Movie Maker would never have been able to open that. Not really sure what was going on, but now I'm okay with it, because I'm actually using Sony Vegas Pro 13, and it's much better than Microsoft Movie Maker. If you can actually get a key for that, it's so much better, and I do personally suggest it. Now, I know it is highly expensive, and it's part of the reason I couldn't afford, like, the new headset I wanted to get, but the video editing has been a real issue that I felt was necessary for me to go ahead and acquire that. So sorry if anybody here feels otherwise, but it's actually, I use Sony Vegas Pro on one of my videos and save the audio on it, believe it or not, because it has a very good it is a very good editing program, and it's, you can edit your audio on it almost as if it was Audacity. It's really good. Highly recommended. OBS, good program. It's what I'm using for my video, but it's really not giving the professional results I would like at a reasonable rate of professional quality. I would really like something that was professional quality, giving, oh, the space limitations. Now, I do have a terabyte hard drive. However, sometimes I'm working on 4 and 5 episodes at a single time, so it's not always so easy. So I need some lead, some glass, and a block of redstone. And there's the leadstone energy cell. I'm actually going to go ahead and make several of these, because you never know when this might come in handy. So I guess 7 then. I think it's actually not all that hard to turn some of these into the hardened energy cells, which I'll look into later, not right now. I just want to do some of this. And I need steel, glass, and gold. Still have some glass left. So I have 5 steel right here. And gold. Now I do intend on getting a computer up and running on this game so that I can have better storage and finding and all that. And there I go. I always mix that up for some reason and put them in the wrong places. Then I need the copper and the redstone reception coil. So let's go ahead and grab the redstone reception coil. Oh, real quick. Alright, we got the redstone reception coil. I need some copper. Okay, so looks like I have everything. Get redstone reception coil goes here. There we go. Now there's my magma crucible. I actually need to move a chest or two down here. Let me go ahead and go grab those real quick, because there's stuff that I can't actually stack together like those barrels do, which the barrels are nice because the amount of space they'll hold. Way more than a chest in that same amount of space. But it'll only hold a single item, which makes it a little inconvenient. But they're convenient in other ways, so I decided to use a lot of my wood and make those. Oddly enough, I'm not really too sure what I've done with my chests. So real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and make some. Alright, got some of those. I wouldn't have had to run up here to do that if I'd have realized I didn't know what I did with those chests. I've been using a lot of them as in recipes. So maybe that's what I did with them. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stick some here. A lot of the stuff will end up being the place where they are end up changing a lot. And I don't know why I grabbed that axe. It's not that kind of axe. Alright. However, a lot of times I like to stick things up where they're convenient for me. So, oh my goodness. So that I can take less time to do stuff. So that's where the computer's going to end up coming in. So who knows? Those are some things I don't want to try to deal with. Okay. I'm going to put some of the stuff back. And I have redstone, gold, and I'm going to ditch those. Okay, so I'm going to also need the liquid. Maybe it was fluid. Okay, so also I'm going to need the fluid transposer. So how do we make this? Oh, another machine frame. More copper ingots, another redstone reception coil, some glass, and a bucket. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's just go ahead and make up some steel then. And I thought those would go to my hand. Oddly enough, they're not. Okay, so need some coal. Actually need a bunch of it. But that's what it's there for. I'm just going to make up a bunch of steel because I'm not going to want to keep running back and forth for it. So this is going to take a massive amount of coal. Maybe it was... Yes, there it is. Well, maybe it's not going to be as bad as I thought. So go ahead and get these made up. I love that we can make steel this way. Calvacore, thank you very much. If that's how you pronounce the mod, I really appreciate it. Okay, so I've gotten that done. That's full, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. And it's going to have some rubber in it for me also. I'm going to put the rest of the coal in there. It's looking like I might end up needing, yeah, I'm going to need another thing for those. So I'm going to go ahead and move these down to here. I've got the automation going on outside. I know I didn't actually show it to you here, but you'll see it in the video at the end where I actually set everything up. I went ahead and set up my tree farm, and it's giving me rubber and wood, which is awesome. I set it to automatically reload the saplings into the planter. And here I have my ender pearl farm. Now this is much slower, so I'm only running this off of 2 single EU per tick solar panels, but that's more than enough because these things run so slowly. You're always going to look in here and see that they're full of energy at that rate because these are slow. Now later I'm going to actually need to upgrade this, add way more power, and it'll be a much larger area. But at that time I'm also going to get a much larger amount of ender pearls. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have a computer by then because I'm just not, well, maybe even some deep storage units, which I really want to get. And the ender pearl is going to help me do that too. So maybe I might actually replace these with those and then just run the computer these from underneath. I haven't done anything with anything underneath here yet. I'm actually planning on doing that because I want to start a slime farm, and another level would actually do that. If I go 10 below this, it will be above slime level, and I can go down there and kill some slimes, get some slime balls now and then, which at this time I don't have any. So, I was in the middle of the fluid transposer. What else did I need? I need more gold and glowstone. I put that away, and copper and glass. Let's see, I meant redstone. Sorry about that. And glass. So, let's go ahead and make myself a redstone reception coil. I forgot I put those chests here. I'm gonna go ahead and make my redstone reception coil. Then what else can I set up already? I need my bucket. Wrong one. I don't know why this one's not giving them to me. It's really quite strange. So here's my bucket. That's if anybody has any idea why that one's doing that, when none of these are other than that one, please comment that. Maybe something I can do to fix it. Who knows? So I've got my steel ingots now, so I can go ahead and make my machine frame. And looky there, this time I did it right. Okay, I'm ready. Except I forgot to keep my copper. Machine frame, glass, bucket, and I have a fluid transposer now. It's a good thing. So now I need to make some dynamos. Which dynamos do I want this time? I went with the steam dynamo last time, and it kept requiring coal, which was okay for a short time. But this time I think I'm actually going to go ahead and move to magmatic dynamos. And the reason for that is because the nether has a lot of lava, and later on when I get a power system set up, I can actually make my own lava. I did a similar setup in my last house that I did not do a let's play with. But they actually had worked out pretty well. So let's see what it takes to make the magmatic dynamo. This is going to take the Invar, and I do have Invar somewhere. I think upstairs. I have Invar. I'm sorry, ferrous metal, which you make Invar with. So I believe it's up here. Now I'm going to actually need to turn off my. Wait a minute. Can you macerate those? I don't remember. Not there. Maybe I overlooked it. Maybe I put them downstairs. However, I see some glass there just randomly sitting there. I see some iron here just randomly sitting there. That's all stuff that can actually go downstairs. And in this one I see some glass just sitting there randomly. And that can go downstairs as well. Alright. So I think the Invar is actually downstairs. Not Invar. I keep calling it Invar. And I mean ferrous ore. Let's go ahead and see real quick if I can macerate this. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That should have turned that off. Oh, it did eventually. Now let's see if I can. It will not macerate, so I will go and borrow the pulverizer. Not sure how much of borrowing it is when I made it. So I'm gonna go use it, but I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna make my own pulverizer for myself, because the pulverizer in many instances is much better than a macerator, because it will give you extra stuff above what the macerator gives you. So let's go ahead and come here and visit the pulverizer. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. Now a lot of stuff here at this area is mine, and a lot of it I'm just leaving behind. So I'm going to need, okay. Yeah, I'm going to need pulverized iron or macerated iron. I don't think it matters. So I'm going to go back in here and disable this again. I'm going to go ahead and grab two stacks of iron and stick them in the macerator. Oh my goodness. Did I really? Well, there's egg on my face. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go back over to make sure that other area is chunk loaded. Because I did add a chunk loader here, but I did not add a chunk loader to the other area. So it may not be still pulverizing due to the nature of Minecraft. This is just one of the things I'm talking about. Macerating stuff gives you this extra piece of whatever and whatever it is appropriate to the piece. Why is that not filling up? Somebody has rearranged things over here, and I'm not really sure what's going on. Did they blacklist stuff? I don't understand. Oh, did they? Wait. No, it's not locked. So it can't be that. Oh, there's the issue. Yeah, somebody had accidentally deconfigured this. Let me go ahead and check all these. Now this one doesn't make any sense. They should actually have two chests, one connected on either the top or side or back, or not. Hopefully not the front because you need access to it. But this one doesn't actually make any sense. Let me check this one. This one is set properly, but there's no power. So I'm going to go ahead and check some things here real quick. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and... Somebody keeps leaving these on. I'm not sure who. But somebody keep leaving these on. And it will mess with them. Now this is actually WarCrusher27's little setup. He wants to do a minecart situation between all of our areas, and he's doing his own Let's Play. Feel free to check that out. I highly support him. He's a really good guy, and be nice to him. He's just starting out, just like everybody does start out at some point, not knowing what they're doing. I was a wreck starting out, and just starting to get better. So take it easy on him. Another channel I would suggest watching is Deadpool92492's channel. Both of those channels you can find links to on the right hand side to next to this video. Both very good people, both fun to play with. And this is actually the server that I am on now is actually an open public server. It wasn't originally, however, somebody had listed it publicly and the owner said, oh well, let's just keep it public then. So it's a public server, and it's not hosted on anybody's computer, thank God, because with the lagginess of all mod packs, it would never work very well on somebody's personal computer. I actually love Tesseracts. I remember the very first time I ever learned what a Tesseract was, I saw it on the Feed the Beast Ultimate pack, which is the last pack we were playing, and I never did any recording on that pack because I was new, I didn't know what to do, kind of wanted to do some Let's Plays, but I felt like would have been quite inadequate, which after the beginning of some of these episodes I felt inadequate with those, but I've gotten much better. And looks like I was right when I told David that that was draining that. But I might come over here and make use of this rolling machine sometime soon and make myself iron tank. They're always useful. Now shiny metal is very useful. You can use it to make Endorium blend, which you use to make Endorium ingots, which are used for resonant energy flux capacitors, resonant portable tank, resonant strongbox. Did I miss one over here? Yes, the resonant energy cells. Oh, the Tesseract frame, which we're going to have. Thankfully, I just realized that. And the porta spawner? I'm not going to pretend like I know what that is because I honestly have not a clue. Alright. If they made them into ingots, they would be here. Yes, they are. Those should not be ingots. They're easier to work with as not being ingots, in my own personal opinion. So, the shiny metal really has been a bane for me on some of the past Tesseracts that I've made, because sometimes you just can't find it, and sometimes you don't get very much when you're pulverizing the ferrous ore. Now somebody was telling me to smelt those and then turn them into ingots along with the iron ingot and combine those, but I don't think you get shiny metal out of that if you do it that way. If you do, then sorry to the people who did suggest it, because I like to receive my shiny metal, which I definitely need to have. Now these here aren't too bad to make. You can get blaze powder right out of the nether, or a desert. Sulfur is kind of like everywhere. Kind of can't get rid of it fast enough. So that's the pyromethium dust is not too hard to make. I thought I had some of that, and thankfully the coke oven doesn't take any kind of energy or anything like that. I'm assuming that it's going off the principle that it's running off of its own steam because it's coal. Don't really know, but you never know. There's a half stack. We'll start with that. Now, iron in the center, huh? Oh, I'll stand right up on it while I grab that. And I need 2 of those, so 1, 2. I actually need a couple of these. You know what? It didn't split like I thought it was going to. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and make 8 gears for the moment. Come over here and grab some more of these Invar ingots. Guess it's going to be enough for 4 magmatic dynamos. I'm going to need a redstone transmission coil. Do I have? Yes, I do. So I'm going to need 4 of those. Then I'm going to need, I think that's right, it is, and redstone. And voila! We now have 4 magmatic dynamos. Awesome. I'm definitely going to need, some fluiduct, which is copper, lead, and copper. Go ahead and grab some copper. Go ahead and grab some lead. Make myself some fluiduct here. Good bit. I'm going to throw these in here too. I'm going to need steel, cauldron, steel, weighted pressure plate, which is 2 iron. Cauldron is a U shape. Okay. Actually, go ahead and grab those and just for the moment stick them in there. And don't know why it likes to split them like that sometimes. If it's me or not. I took the ferrous out of there. So don't know if I want to stick that ferrous back in there because it's not very much. Alright. I have pumps and stuff that I'd made while I was in the other house. Not really sure where I stuck them. Possibly up in one of these other chests here. But those pumps, oh, I could use another one of those. could use another one of the chunk loaders. I'm going to eventually need that, so I'm going to take that. Then I'm going to need... Oh, there they were. The pumps. Gonna go ahead and grab those two. Then I'm gonna go make a book somehow, some way, somewhere, because I'm gonna need it. But first, I'm gonna go dump some stuff into this chest here. This is gonna be my project chest temporarily. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I don't want that there. Alright, I have glass, gloves, and redstone. Ooh, I know what I'll stick. I'm gonna stick this right there. Still have gold and... Alright, so I'm gonna need a book. 2 books, I'm sorry. And all of my leather was in the other house. Unless I actually killed cows since I've been over here. Can't remember. I have some. Yep, I have enough to make 2 books there. And I need to find myself a little bit of water and find some sugar cane. Which I'm actually told that sugar cane used to be called bamboo on here. I can't remember. Ooh, I see some there. I have to be careful since I'm in a blaze form not to touch the water. I know I probably only need 6. I am, however, going to grab a few extra because I'm going to eventually make an automated farm. And I will need those for my automated farm. I don't know. Automated farm seems like a lot of trouble. I might do it. I might not. If I decide to do it, I'm going to end up only doing it for you guys so that you can see how I do one. But basically, if I make an automated farm, it's just simply pistons with a conveyor belt next to it. It's nothing more than that, so it's nothing special. Pistons would push the sugar cane off the stalks, and most of it will land on the conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt would take it to a hopper, which the hopper would be connected to a deep storage unit or chest at the time, depending on what I can afford to do. And then the computer would just register that it's there and be able to use it. It's nothing more than that. Oh, I need a diamond. And I'm going to need some of that. I thought I brought my diamond down here. Did I not? I'd hate to misplace every last diamond I own. What did I do with my diamond? I didn't see it in the barrels. However, I could have easily mistaken that. Look down here. Don't see any there. Don't see any there. Oh. I'm actually going to make the other enchantment table later. Or the other. I didn't mean enchantment table. Actually meant chunk loader. And ender pearl. Need some gold. Then I'm going to make myself another one so that I can go into the nether and chunk load it. Oops. Okay. Okay, so that's just going to about do it for this episode here. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip right here, and if you choose to not watch it, feel free to go ahead and skip that. But don't forget to give a like, subscribe, share, comment. The best comments are the ones that are going to help me. Really appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate each and every single one of you. And have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, whatever it is for you, and peace.
Thank you.